Los Angeles, there is an unspoken danger of the chess match masquerading as a postseason baseball series. The more options a manager has, the greater chance he'll screw something up. It's what helps keep Twitter in business, after all. Brewers-Dodgers, of course, features a smorgasbord of options, because it features two analytically inclined teams with forward-thinking, creative managers and rosters with depth and flexibility. It lends itself to PhD-level second-guessing. Going into Monday's Game 3, much of the conventional wisdom entering this series had been turned on its head. The Brewers' vaunted bullpen hadn't been as good as advertised, with one exception, and neither had the Dodgers' vaunted starting pitching. And the most vaunted factor of all, presumptive National League MVP Christian Yelich, had pretty well been neutralized by Dodgers pitching in the two Milwaukee games, and he's now 2 for 11 in the series after bunting for a hit in the 8th inning Monday. But in the end, of course, it comes down to the players. Ryan Braun, RBI double, Travis Shaw, triple, scoring on a wild pitch, and no. 8-hitter Orlando Arcia, 2-run homer, made Milwaukee manager Craig Counsell look like a genius in the Brewers' 4-0 win. Counsell outmaneuvered Dave Roberts and might have set his team up to win at least 2 of 3 in LA, if not a sweep, by holding on to his whole card until the right moment and using it sparingly. Left-hander Josh Hader is the Brewers' nuclear option, and he choked off the Dodgers' offense for 3 innings in Game 1, then was unavailable in Game 2. So much of the pre-game conversation on MLB Network Radio on Monday afternoon concerned when he should be used, B, for how long, and C, whether it was feasible to use him in back-to-back games, contingent on his pitch count Monday. The assumption going in was that the Brewers' bullpen emphasis would mean another 3-inning stint for Hader. And Counsell seemed amused before the game when asked if it were safe to say he wouldn't want to use Hader for 3 innings again. "I mean, if can I get 3 scoreless innings," he said, drawing laughter. The point was moot because Jhoulys Chacin gave the Brewers 5 1/3 innings, handing the ball to Corey Knebel with a 2-0 lead. Knebel got it to Joakim Soria starting the 8th with a 4-0 cushion, and after Soria got Chris Taylor on a pop-up, Hader entered. Dodger manager Dave Roberts, who had anticipated Hader watch when he made out his lineup and put left-handed hitters Jock Peterson and Max Muncy 1-2, pulled both. Hader struck out pinch hitters David Freese and Matt Kemp on 8 pitches. "I thought getting Peterson and Muncy out of the game for pinch hitters with Josh was a good way to get outs," Counsell said, with understatement and maybe the bare hint of a smirk. Even better, from Milwaukee's standpoint, Knebel got 5 outs on 19 pitches. With a 4-run lead, Counsell could hand the ball to Jeremy Jeffress for the 9th, and while he struggled for the 3rd straight game, he got through on 21 pitches and finished with strikeouts of Yasmani Grandal and pinch hitter Brian Dozier. That means Hader will almost certainly be available Tuesday night and could be available Wednesday, too, depending on his Game 4 workload. And Brandon Woodruff, one of Milwaukee's heroes in Game 1, will also be available. "We're not just trying to win games here, we're trying to win the series," Counsell said. "We've put ourselves in Games 4 and 5 with tonight's effort advantage," Counsell. "Some assumptions have been turned upside down in this series, though maybe we shouldn't be surprised. The Brewers' bullpen was considered impenetrable, but his colleague J.P. noted in Monday's Inside the Dodgers newsletter, and if you haven't subscribed to get it in your email inbox Monday through Friday, you really should. No team was more successful against Milwaukee's bullpen in the regular season than Los Angeles, with a .989 ups. Through 3 games of this series, the Dodgers are hitting .133 against Brewers starting pitchers and .290 against relievers, though they were 0 for 8 against Knebel, Soria and Hader on Monday night. But Roberts gambled and lost in trying to get an extra inning or 2 out of Buehler, who gave up a double, triple and homer in his 3rd time through the Milwaukee order. Going back to Grandal behind the plate Monday also might have been a blunder. The Dodgers catcher had another in what has become a series of lousy defensive nights, a pass ball that popped in and out of his mitt, and a run-scoring wild pitch after Shaw's triple that he blocked but allowed to bounce halfway down the third baseline. Grandal was booed for his defense, booed again after striking out in the ninth, and will sit Tuesday night in favor of Austin Barnes. Yaz will be ready to go off the bench, Roberts said. He's been good for us all year, and that is a subtle reminder. The strategy chess match will get most of the attention, naturally. But people's skills count, too. That's why they're called managers. Alexander at scng.com at Jim Alexander on Twitter.